Stylistically, this is a very fun fight. I don't know if anyone else is gonna think this. I think Paddy Pimblett is gonna submit Justin Gaethje.
Is there any reason why you expect that?
Paddy has really good submissions. His triangle choke is one of his best submissions. We've seen Justin Gaethje get triangled by Habib
and rear choked.
So like, I just think the writing's on the wall there for Paddy.
And I went back and I watched the Paddy Pimblett versus Tony Ferguson fight. I went back and watched the Paddy Pimblett versus Michael Chandler fight. I just don't see Justin Gaethje losing to him. When this fight was first announced, I was like, oh, Paddy's gonna get the takedown. Paddy's gonna do this. Paddy's gonna do that. But then I started thinking to myself, if he doesn't get the takedown, his takedown ratio, I believe, is it's less than 26% or something. So every time if he does miss a takedown, every time he misses a takedown, it's gonna get more difficult for him to get one. That's one. Two is on the feet with the pressure. It's not going to be good. Not going to be good. So I'm going to go with Justin Gaethje. I believe that Justin knows it's all or nothing right now.
It's a tricky one for Paddy. It is, because I don't think he has the wrestling to take him down. And I don't think he has the striking to stand there and go toe-to-toe with Justin. If Paddy allows himself to get boxed into a corner, if Justin cuts off the cage and backs Paddy up against the fence, and forces them to trade, Justin's got bigger power. This fight, it's a dangerous matchup for Paddy Pimblett, but I also think it's one he can win. Given how dynamic Paddy Pimblett is, given how disciplined he is, given that Scousers don't get knocked out, again, you're gonna say I'm being biased because I'm English, think over 5 rounds, Paddy gets this done, and the world's gonna lose their mind. The city of Liverpool is gonna erupt.
Now, when we break down the fight, this result revolves around what Paddy Pimblett does. If Paddy Pimblett decides to strike with Justin Gaethje, you're going to think I'm crazy. You're going to think I'm nuts. But I just have this vision, okay? If Paddy Pimblett decides to just strike with Justin Gaethje, and listen, he's going to be taller, he's going to be longer, he's a very big lightweight, he's got good long-range weapons. I think if Paddy Pimblett opts to strike with Justin Gaethje over the course of 5 rounds, I think he could edge out a decision. I think that could be his best path to victory, is striking with Justin Gaethje. But if Paddy Pimblett opts to grapple, if he has a grapple-heavy fight, if he has a grapple-heavy game plan, I think you give Justin Gaethje the best opportunity to win. That's where you're going to play into Justin's strengths, because Justin does his best work on the inside. Justin can stuff a takedown, fight him in the clinch, break away. He doesn't need a lot of space to land a knockout punch. But ultimately, I just see Justin Gaethje getting his hand raised, because at some point, I think Paddy Pimblett's not going to be able to resist not going to his roots, which is his grappling. And I think he's going to close the distance. And I think that even if Justin doesn't knock him out, I think that that's where Justin's going to land some big shots. I could see him dropping Paddy Pimblett with some inside shots.
But I don't see Paddy jabbing and jab 1-2 up and down the body to the head, angle punches. I don't fainting. I don't see Paddy doing that, or with anything with significance.
And that was how you beat Gaethje, in my opinion. Like, you had to be able to outbox him, like technically outbox him. When you saw Eddie Alvarez was able to do it, Dustin Poirier was able to do it when he beat him, and Oliveira was able to catch him. Like if you can outbox him, you have a chance to beat him. I don't think Paddy can outbox him. And that's the tricky part about fighting, is that there's so many unknown variables. So you almost don't really know how good Paddy is. I mean, we know he's good, but is he capable of beating a guy like Gaethje? I just don't know. I don't think so.
I've bet against, so I've picked against Paddy Pimblett a few times, right? I'm going to stop doing that. And not only because he's proved me wrong so many times, but in his last couple of fights, I've seen great strategy, footwork, distance management, good understanding of the danger threat, and having the right options or the right strategy around dealing with that. He's shown me that in his last couple of fights. It's a tough one. But I'm going to go with Paddy. I'm going to go with Paddy because, like I said, I'm tired of picking against him. He's proved me wrong many times, and he's shown me he can work a game plan.
I mean, Paddy's really good. I think one of Paddy's best attributes for the division is it's tough fighting chaotic guys. Like, that's kind of been proven time and time again, just with like champs that maybe aren't the most technical guys in the world, but you know, you throw a little bit of chaos and like some, you know, heat into a style, they could do really well, even without being the most cleanest and technical whatever guys. So Paddy has that, but Paddy also is gigantic for the weight class, so he definitely has an advantage there. But he still gets a little reckless sometimes, and Gaethje is definitely not the guy to get super reckless with. Also, at the same time, though, Paddy has a really good chin, so I mean, I think it's going to be a banger of a fight. Like, I'll definitely be rooting for Gaethje, and I believe that he's going to win, but he's going to have to earn the win.
Yeah, I'm excited for him. I think it just feels like a change in the guard. I'm a big fan of Gaethje, but I like his emotion in his voice on the Countdown show, and I think Paddy's going to be able to draw out a mistake. Yeah, I think Paddy's going to sub him. I do. I just think it's going to be a combination of things. It's going to be a combination of maybe a bit of fatigue and a bit of recklessness. But I think Paddy's going to catch him with something, catch like that knee that he landed on Chandler. I think if he lands that starts the beginning of the end. And I think Darces and Anacondas and any kind of neck attacks, that's where Paddy gets the fight done.
Oh man, more skilled, more experienced. I think better fighter all around, Justin Gaethje. But I also have been on record and said that Paddy Pimblett is better than a lot of people think he is. You know, because of his, you know, his haircut and the way he talks and the, you know, some of the, you know, the strength of schedule. People don't give him a lot of credit, but when I fought him in April in Miami, I'm not going to say that I was surprised because I was expecting the best version of Paddy, but he's better than a lot of people give him credit for. He's got long reach, good kicks. Pretty darn patient and composed in there, but Gaethje's a whole different animal. So if I had to bet, which I can't, but if I had to lean one direction, I'd go Justin Gaethje.
You know, I'm leaning towards Justin, but we'll see. I just think he's been in those 25-minute fights. He's been in dog fights before. I think Paddy's going to have a tough time stopping him on the feet, and I don't think Paddy's going to be able to get him down, so he's going to have to fight with him. Unless Paddy can stay super disciplined for 25 minutes, stay at distance, pick his shots. Justin's just a bigger puncher, and he'll put himself in harm's way to land one of those shots, and it's tough to stay away from it for 25 minutes.
But I think another thing that people kind of sleep on too is how technical Gaethje is, especially you know, working with his coach. Like, those guys they're always mathematicians. Yeah. You know what I mean? So I think in this
shout out Trevor Whitman.
Yeah, shout out Trevor Whitman. But I think I'm going Gaethje in this. Yeah,
I mean, I think you always give Justin Gaethje a puncher's chance against anybody. But no, I mean, the younger guy that isn't talking about retirement, he's younger, longer, bigger, hell of a chin, good grappling. And like you said, he's tightening up his striking. He's fighting smart. I really like Paddy in this fight. I think it's actually going to be a pretty easy fight for him.
Yeah, listen, I think I could really eat crow on this one. I think we all can. And Justin can go out there and do Justin Gaethje things and just absolutely destroy that calf and just start murdering him on the feet. If Paddy can't get takedowns, it doesn't go to the ground. I mean, Justin is the better wrestler of the two, just doesn't use it offensively very often, but certainly he can use it defensively. But I just think the younger, stronger, hungrier guy is Paddy. And yeah, if I have to give a pick, I'm gonna pick Paddy Pimblett in this one. I think age is gonna play a big part in this for me. I know what it's like to be nearing 40 and then be 40 and have had those wars that somebody like Justin Gaethje has. Paddy's just the fresher guy. He hasn't been in those battles like that yet.
at the end of the day, the Paddy versus Justin Gaethje, besides the fact that it should be Armor Sarukian, I think it's a sick fight. I've always been a big fan of Paddy Pimblett. I think even prior to him getting this opportunity, I was always tooting his horn that I think his dynamic, his willingness to do things in the fights will make him a champion. And I can see him, you know, submitting Justin Gaethje when they lock horns this Saturday.
Paddy is riding momentum. He's got good momentum right now. He is a good jiu-jitsu guy. He's a phenomenal grappler. Justin has good wrestling. We've seen, but he can be taken down. We've seen it. His back can be taken. We've seen it. Dude, honestly, I am leaning more towards Paddy. I think Paddy might do it, bro. I think Paddy, just because I feel like he got more ways to win. I give the hands.
I agree.
I give the hands to Justin, but the heaviness behind those fucking kicks when he throws those kicks, nasty. I give him that, and I'd say that I'd give the grappling to Paddy as well.
Yeah.
It'll be tough for Paddy to maybe take him down, but if Paddy does get him down, I think he could do a lot of damage, whether it be with strikes or submissions once he gets to those positions. You know, like if he gets into a double leg scramble and he ends up with his back and he ends up on top of him, he's going to be a problem to get him off him. You know, Gaethje's not going to be able to shake him that easy, I think, you know.
So what's your official pick?
Paddy, all the way. Paddy's running home with it.
Paddy submission?
Paddy I'm just going to pick Paddy to win. I don't think it happens striking, but I could see it happening striking too.
Oh man, I'm cheering for Justin. Paddy, he's for sure getting better. So I didn't think he was that good, but he is significantly getting better, right? And he's a lot younger than Justin. Justin's like he's getting close. He's a little younger than me, so he's probably getting close to 40. I'll probably go Paddy. Unfortunately, I want Justin to win.
I'm picking Gaethje. I've got to go with the OG, man. I gotta side with the OGs. And I'm not saying I don't like Paddy. Paddy's a phenomenal dude. He drank some Funk Harbor with me. I gotta pay my dues, but I gotta pay homage to the OGs who's put their time in and been here for a very long time. He's a former interim champ. Can he do it again? And this time, does he have a chance to actually unify the belt and see himself as the world-renowned champion, right?
I know Justin's the one to fight forever, and you can tell every fight that he has is like 4 fights in one. So I feel like if Justin gets it done, I think Justin knocks him out. I really do. I think Justin finishes him.
My pick, I think I'm gonna go with Justin. I think Paddy just gets hit a lot on the feet. Yeah, he's pretty much clean his last 2 victories, but Jared Gordon had some clean shots on him, big hooks, big crosses. And Justin kind of like boxes kind of like Jared. Clean, he likes dirty boxing, he likes inside boxing. Justin's very good there, so I think I'm going to pick Justin in this one. I don't know if he knocks him out or finishes him. I do think kind of would be a decision. I'm going on the Tony Ferguson type fight because Paddy's tough. He's not hard to break. I mean, he's not easy to break.
Aye. So, see if you were saying to me, Paul, I want to put money in this, who would you bet on? I'd probably go Gaethje. I probably would. When you think about experience, when you think about the body of work, and I'm not saying Paddy's an easier ride, but when you look at the competition that Paddy's beat, and out of
he's not been Chandler, in there with the type of people.
A Chandler who was in the downswing, Tony Ferguson downswing,
King Green
as well,
sure.
Probably in the downswing.
I think Paddy Pimblett's bigger. I think
he's a big fucker, bro.
I think he absolutely dominated Chandler, who Gaethje had a pretty tough fight with. I think Gaethje is too inactive. Having said that, I'm not counting. I think Gaethje could knock this shit the fuck out, obviously. But I think I'm just going to go with the younger, hungrier, not contemplating retirement, Paddy Pimblett. And I think he's continued to improve since he had like a controversial win against Jared Gordon.
Dude.
I think this is going to be an intriguing fight, but I think Justin has to do what Justin does. Be calculated, go in the way you fought Tony Ferguson, and Listen, when Justin puts hands on guys, they feel it. When he puts feet on guys, they feel it. So it's very, very intriguing. I love the matchup. I don't care what people say. People could say whatever they wanted to say. Remember when the fight was announced, everyone was saying this, that, blah, blah, blah. The fight's here now, and guess what? Here we are. And prediction for the fight, for me, of course, I have to go with my brother Justin Gaethje. After putting time in with him, I think he is ready to be the potentially first. Now, don't quote me on this, but I think the first two-time interim champion.
I think I finish him wherever the fight goes, to be honest. Obviously, I know we can bang, but every fight we get a breakdown made of our opponent, and it actually shocks me how much he gets hit. And I know he takes one to give one, but you can't really just do that at this level. That's why he's lost to people like Eddie Alvarez, Dustin Poirier, Charles, because you can't just take one to give one. And I'm not going to just be standing there to let him hit me back. You know what I mean? So be using me range, keeping him on the outside, and I've got a feeling I'm going to knock him out, to be honest. I don't know what it is. I've just got a sneaky suspicion I'm going to knock him out.
The fans are fickle. They forget, and I think they forget how good I am at this sport. And I think, I love being the underdog. This is my 15th fight at the UFC, and my 11th time being the underdog in my fights. I'm 8-2 as an underdog, and from being as far as I can remember, there was always my best performances, and it was when people were counting me out, and I was the underdog. Especially now that people get to bet. So if you've been on the ride with me the whole time, you were up a significant amount of money. With me being 8-2 as an underdog.